Oh, I get it. You're tired. You're burnt out. Not just the tired and burnout of, I need to go take a nap and that'll refresh me. No, no, you're approaching the end of the line. You know it physically and mentally and emotionally. Burnout is real, but making stupid emotional decisions, that's when it's going to get real, real. I know that we are all tired. We've been working 40 plus years. That's the nature of the beast. It's called being an adult. And we have given and given and given, and we may not be where we thought we would be yet. Financially, we have had lots of interruptions to our career, especially us ladies. You started off working, you started having babies. Babies require you to take some time off work. Sometimes those jobs weren't the same when you went back to work, or maybe you decided to stay home with children. 100% okay. However, it does interrupt the income flow, and you have had less opportunity to pile up cash. Plus, those babies cost money. They do. Lots of things cost money. You have to replace transmissions. You have to have regular oil change. You have unexpected medical emergencies. Life happens. So add that to the daily grind of having to work every day. I know it's adulting. We all have to do it. But then you take care of the house and the kids and the sporting events, and you attend the social gatherings and the church events and the family situations. It adds up, and we find ourselves here, and we want out. We want the madness to stop. I know, I do. But we cannot knee jerk and expect things to work out. We are too smart for that. We have been doing this our entire lives. When there is a challenge, when there is something that needs to be addressed, by God, we pull up our bootstraps, we get a pen and paper, and we start writing out what needs to be done, and we prioritize it. And this is no different. You want to quit? You want to retire? You want to know if you have to do a hybrid retirement, or how much your money, how long it's actually going to last? Well, first and foremost, are you keeping a budget currently? Do you know how much you need every month? If not, down in the description, Master Your Money Plan Workbook, 100% free. Go and snag it and get started if you're not doing a budget. Regardless if you're doing a budget or not, you also need to know your monthly number, because come retirement, your number in retirement is going to be very similar. So I have created the Retirement Reality Reset Kit, which actually walks you through all the basic budgeting, but then the forecasting into retirement. It helps you do a toxic declutter of all the subscriptions and superfluous, is that a word? And the erroneous, the miscellaneous bleeds of cash and auto pays, etc., out of your accounts. But it'll help you clean up your own backyard before you decide this is the time for me to quit. And let's talk about quitting. It's not something you're going to walk in and do emotionally. No, you're going to do it with a plan. And part of that plan is not to tell them anything. You know, you didn't go into work and announce all the different plans you had in your life, the big vacation you wanted to take, the problems you were having on your home front, well, regardless of what those may be, your personal health situations. No, your personal business and getting ready for retirement is personal business. Keep it to yourself. Talk about it at home. Talk about it with your trusted friends, but keep it out of your workplace, because things change when people think you're 1 foot out the door. All of those young ones that have been circling around like your carcass is dying out in the middle of some sort of Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom episode. Oh yeah, they catch whiff of you wanting to retire, and they're going to start stepping up their game to take over your positions. Life happens, and even though we might plan a date that we're going to retire, if the AC goes out at home, and here in Texas, that's a deal breaker. If an AC goes out, I'm going to work another 6 months to pay for a replacement before I let go of this income. That's just wise. So don't announce a date. Don't give a date. Don't let anybody come circling. And another real possibility for us of a certain age is the strategic business downsizing, layoffs, Ageism. That's a mouthful. It happens. You hear of all the layoffs that may be happening. Sometimes it's window dress because it's AI. But who do you think they're getting rid of first? It's not the young ones that are just entering, not the ones that have got these young, malleable minds that, ooh, they've done nothing but grown up with computers. And I know a lot of us in the workforce are freaking savants and geniuses when it comes to our computer skills. AI, however, we've heard it talked about our entire lives, and it was just something that was in the movies. It's here, and we may not be viewed as the most malleable brains and psychologically ready to embrace this next evolution. It's been happening since the beginning of time. We went from the mechanized assembly lines, etc., into the robotic assembly lines. We've seen it several times in our lifetime. This is just another evolution. It's nothing to be afraid of, but you need to embrace it. Go learn about it. It's not as scary. It's not as diabolical as a lot of people seem to think it is. It actually is fascinating and can go a long way to benefit not just your current life, but your future planning. So for me, I've actually communicated. I've had conversations with my AI agent that I use, and we are analyzing data, which helps me with my planning of all sorts of things. So it's like having remember back when they finally said we could take calculators into the classrooms? Yes. And I know kids rely on that today. Can they do math in their head? I struggle with it. I love the fact that I could use a calculator back in the day. But anyway, I diverse and I've kind of forgotten what track I was on. So excuse me while I look at my notes here. So no emotional quitting. I don't care how burnout you are, unless you can lay your head down on the pillow every night and know that your plan is going to see you through. You got to stick with the job you've got. Now, you can change jobs. You can build income streams. A lot of us have skill sets based on what we've been doing for the last 40 years. I don't care if you've worked outside the house or not. All of you stay-at-home mothers, you have phenomenal project management skills, tutoring skills, organizational skills. Down in the description, I have life experience to income stream workbook, free to everybody. For those of us who think there was nothing that transfers from our work life into a income stream, part-time hours that I want to set doing what I want to do type of income production outside of a structured job, you're going to surprise yourself. Go and snag it just to figure it out. Do I have skills that I could actually market and make some money off of? That could be a deal changer for you. If you're doing your numbers and you've got a gap that you need to fill and you don't want to start drawing off your retirement money quite as early as your numbers currently suggest, then supplement with an income, whether it's a part-time job. And part-time jobs, if they've got some health benefits, even partially paid, that might be a reason alone to go snag one. I may be in the market for one. It all depends. I've got to take a really deep dive into what health insurance is going to cost me if I retire before age 65 when Medicare is available for us. So no emotional reactions in quitting. Yes, it can be an emotional subject. It can be frightening. You might feel shame that you didn't get started to do a better job. I want you to set all of that aside. It serves nothing and it drags you down. You need to figure out with your grown-up brain how much you need every month, how much you got, is there a gap, how do you address the gap? Can you eliminate some expenses? Can you develop a income stream or get a part-time job? Do you want to get a part-time job? Not all of us want to lay it down 100% and not do anything for the rest of our lives outside of what we are accustomed to. Or maybe we just need that slow transition into retirement. Retirement's not all about the dollars. It's a lot about the cents. And on this channel, we address that as well. So I need you to like, subscribe, share, binge this content. There's a lot of retirement mindset videos I've got out there. But all of it is something that you need to hear or people in your life need to hear it with you. So make sure you share this with somebody who's also facing the possibility of retiring and don't feel that they have enough. There's no reason for this. It's all about emboldening yourself, empowering yourself with the knowledge of what you need. All right, I'm Jenny. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'll see y'all soon. Stop recording.